This is what you would have seen if you were an organism in Evolve on July 31st, 2024. This became known as the Extinction, a 9-hour-long anomaly in the game that's cause is still not entirely understood. Join me as we recount Evolve's greatest and only extinction event. The beginning. At 4:19 p.m. EST, a message was sent to the Evolve Discord server. This image is the earliest known sighting of a fossilized creature. Here is that photo. They call them fossils because of the way the bug occurs. To summarize, bugs caused creatures that died or disconnected from the game to seize up and become completely anchored. Those that fossilized when killed stayed as though they were alive, never transitioning into the glowing red meat cubes that evolved creatures do when they die. As mentioned prior, they would be completely anchored to the ground, meaning they could not be pushed out of an oncoming player's way, sometimes blocking off entire routes for larger creatures. Some would fragment into individual cells of the creature and spread out. Here is a picture of a fragmented heel star in the early hours of the extinction. Over the coming hours, it would get worse in the few servers that it was in, mostly limited to the biggest servers. I myself, playing at the time, experienced a fossilization as a result of a disconnection. Hours later, into the thick of the extinction, I could locate my own fossilized stingray. Slowly, however, the extinction got much worse. Chaos begins. Between 5 and 8 p.m. EST, the Evolve Discord server is filled with messages trying to figure out what is going on. People's data is getting reset, and the organisms continue to pile up, trapping organisms within their own section of the ecosystem. The food chain begins to fall apart with so little food and paths blocked by fossilized creatures. To add to the chaos, an exploiter joined the biggest server, causing widespread mayhem by causing yellow food orbs to disappear in front of creatures. This left jaws, parasites, feeders, and neurocytes as the only viable options for feeding and staying alive. Each zone of the map across every server active began to clog with fossils, and with the game's developer, Clan Atlas, nowhere to be seen, rich ecosystems of Evolve began to collapse. The end. Eventually, at midnight EST, Clan Atlas finally got online, and after about half an hour or so of tweaking with things, he managed to find a solution and reset all servers, which were now entirely free of fossils. The ecosystems bounced back, but it wasn't without great ecological damage suffered by the ecosystems.